Welcome to Grimace Half Hour Power Hour. Up first, some Grimace housekeeping. This is New Year's is coming up, Liz. Yes, you heard about this?
Yep, I heard about that.
New Year is upon us, and every year Grimace does his annual State of the Union address. Grimace has a couple rules for 2023 that will be implemented nationwide. First rule, of course, clams cannot be eaten or reproduced without the express written consent of the NFL and its subsidiaries. So if you're a big clam slut,
About time.
bad news. No clams for you unless the Cleveland Browns say you can't have some. Number 2, every family is to receive a 4-drum ration of matzo ball soup on the first of the month.
Thank God.
If the matzo ball
Thank you, Biden.
if the matzo ball soup is not eaten by the end of the month, the family will be sent to Guantanamo Bay. Number 4, SNL can now can only exclusively rerun episodes with Bobby Moynihan. Sorry, Pete Davidson. And lastly, this is one that Grimace has been teasing for several months, but it's finally going to be implemented on the 1st of January, 2023. Any employees of the National Park System or forestry industry now have to report directly to the Watchers, which is an ancient group of subterrestrial overlords kind of hell-bent on utilizing government land to grow poppy seeds and real-life Cabbage Patch Kids who are Cabbage Patch Men.
Okay. Well, it seems like a lofty goal.
Well, he's put the pieces, he's laid the kind of the train tracks for this to come into place for several years now. And there'll be full-grown Cabbage Patch Men by the spring, and they'll be able to take back Ukraine.
Are there any
what
Cabbage
about the
Patch women?
There's like 2 or 3.
There's enough.
That's fucked up.
There's like 2 or 3.
enough.
Yeah, there's enough to like.
Sounds
hang
like
out
Austin
with.
comedy. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
And
Sorry,
this
can
is
I
our
cuss on here?
And this is our guest, Liz
Hop
Splatt.
on. The mic's yours. The floor is yours, Liz.
Yeah, you
Welcome
can
to
This is
cuss.
this is good floor.
Just not in the first 10 seconds, right?
Now, Kat, you
welcome
built
to
this
see
place, right?
I built this with my bare hands.
Your bare
and my
hands?
bare ass.
Where'd you get some bare hands?
You built this with your butt cheek.
Yo, no wonder I love it in here, bro.
Pog.
Pog.
Total pog activities. Building. That's what Abe Lincoln used to do. Get a couple fucking butt cheek.
Get some 2x4s between the cheeks.
Because they didn't have glue back then. They didn't have wood glue.
It's all ass-based building technique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Gross.
You know, he
Hey.
slept in the same bed as a man for several years. It's just him and this dude.
Oh, yeah, he's gay as fuck.
Lincoln's gay.
Wasn't so honest after all, right?
Bold.
He could have been the first.
Wasn't so honest after all.
Could have set a good example.
How can you?
Honest Abe. Damn.
More like honest Gabe.
Whoa.
Gay. Gay. Abe Lincoln.
Kat can say that. She's bi. She can make jokes like that.
Nice.
And no one can cancel us. Sorry, Bobby Moynihan.
Bobby Moynihan's been after us.
Damn. What do you think,
Classic.
Liz, what do you think about some of that stuff that's going to happen?
That stuff is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I was. I don't think that those are the first Cabbage Patch Kids to be grown.
You think they all grew up?
Yeah, I mean, I think.
You seen
I think we. Katie, you know, I think we already
Wait,
have.
me?
Well, Kat, I know you're not very open about it, but
Wait.
I mean, we've all known for years that you're originally from the Cabbage Patch.
Cut that out.
No, don't cut that out. Don't cut that out. Don't cut that out. I don't give a fuck.
Cut it out. All right.
Cut that out, for real.
Well, Liz and Casey as well.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but every year a bunch of Santas get together and they go for a big ski. They go for a big ski down the slopes.
Oh, cool.
All the Santas. There's white Santas. There's black Santas. There's Asian Santas. There's women Santas.
Holy shit.
And
Hell yeah.
yeah. it's very inclusive. But unfortunately, this year, Grimace heard about it.
Oh Christ!
So he flew a blimp. He flew a blimp over the slopes that said, "Santa's not real. Anarchy for all. Death to taxes."
What the
So
Oh my God.
I know.
What did the Santas do?
Pretty
in response?
sinister. They all started crashing into trees, and they were just so confused because Santa loves taxes.
Yeah, Santa leaves a bill. People forget about that. Santa leaves a fucking bill.
Well, they forget because it's the cookies. People forget that that's his currency.
That's
is
the
cookies.
tax.
Cookie
And he
currency.
goes like,
You-
I think you owe me like 400 or 500 cookies
4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
for that fucking truck.
America's in more debt with Santa than they are with China.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's gonna collect. Historically, he has come.
Yeah.
He has historically, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
what
I
happened in
think
Hiroshima.
that you have to claim it. You have to claim.
Santa dropped a fucking A-bomb on their ass because they didn't pay their bills. Bye bye. Ho ho ho.
I always wondered what was in that sack. Atoms.
You what?
I always wondered what was in that sack. Atom bombs.
It's atom bombs and W2s.
And iPhones nowadays, you know.
And then he
Everybody
dropped the
loves
one on Nagasaki just for fun. Okay.
Crazy Christmas.
Dude.
Christmas.
Casey knows
It's
this.
that time of year. What?
You know a sketchy amount about bombings.
About Nagasaki and Hiroshima?
Yeah.
Are you scared?
I'm not scared. I'm proud.
I always
You
tried to
made
make this
history.
bit work on stage where I would say, my wife died on her commute to work in Hiroshima. And then no one ever laughed. This has been the most active year for Grimace since 1997. Since the Centennial Olympic Park bombings, I think, since Richard Jewell. And so it's just off the dome, and it makes me laugh. And it's so good to see you guys, too. And
I feel the same way.
I feel just the vibes in here are actually pretty good.
They're
right now.
good.
They're pretty good.
Thanks, Liz.
And then
I'd
that
say
is
so.
purple, and then that's
And
purple.
thank
too.
none of you
Everything's
guys.
pretty purple.
No, just kidding. Just
Whole
kidding.
squad
You guys are
purple.
the best.
Ice mask.
No one's
I mean-
listening.
That's okay.
The fucking
Oh, are you
Kit
gonna
guy's
put
a
it
piece of
on?
Shit.
If you ever think about it this way, if everyone's listening, no one's listening. You know what I'm saying? Try that on. So this is a crazy. Why don't you pop that on? And let's go ahead and throw that on for a second.
Wow, you really
And-
let your man control you.
No, she wanted to do it. She loves
No, I
wearing
wanted-
stuff like that.
I
She wears it
wanted-
every
Then why
day.
do you have a knife to her back?
I
Put the mask
asked. I told him to ask me,
Put the
and he
mask.
said, "Just tell them that you fell down the stairs."
Wow, it's cool to see you wearing a mask because normally you've been so anti-mask for the past 3 years.
Yeah, I'm a big anti-Fauci gal.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about your buddy, Kat. Andrew
Fauci.
Tate.
Oh, Liz,
That's unfortunate.
I am a raging liberal, and you know that.
This is stuff we like on the
Girl,
podcast, actually.
girl, you're
Liz is good.
crazy.
We like Liz.
I honestly don't really know that much about Andrew Tate, but I am happy that he's in prison.
It's funny you brought that up.
Kat, you are making some bold fucking statements, dude. You're losing it. You're losing your audience. Who do you think cares about you more than the Andrew Tate people? No one.
We have a big Andrew Tate base.
It's a direct crossover. They are mutually exclusive.
This is good for you guys, though, because now that they're not going to watch Andrew Tate, they all come
That's
here.
true. They all come crawling back to mama.
You want a Bugatti? We have 33 of them. That's what he tweeted recently.
Casey's very, very angry right now because we interrupted his Grimace's top 5.
The podcast is about Grimace. That's it.
Grimace, Greta, Grimace,
We don't
Greta.
talk about Andrew Tate. We don't talk about Bugattis or friendship. We talk about the big G, baby. You want to talk about the top? You want to talk about the top G? We're going to talk about the big G, okay? Top G, bye-bye, in jail forever, probably.
Wow.
Big G should be in jail. And here's his top 5 New Year's resolutions.
I've never seen this side of you. Kat, I am so sorry.
I've dedicated my life to the big G. And it's about to come full circle. Grimace has these crazy resolutions this time. Have you heard?
No.
It's so good to see.
that.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know why we do this every podcast episode.
What hurts the most? It's so crazy to think. Grimace could narrow down his special list to just 5, but he has. And number 1, 2023, clock strike midnight. What's Grimace doing? Right out of the gate. I'll tell you this. Grimace wants to spend less time hating and more time incubating hard-boiled eggs.
Fact.
So,
Keep going.
this is badass. Number 2, steal a kiss from Dame Judi Dench, and possibly steal 2 kidneys from Andrew Tate. So that's something I already had written down.
Yeah, so it's okay when you do it. I get it.
Number 6, bleach his guest bedroom so luminol can't be used. Because of his long weekend doing
Guest bedroom?
He's got 6 best.
How does he afford
He's got 6 best westerns. He has 6 best westerns.
Best Western.
So he has like hundreds of guest bedrooms.
Wait, he lives in them?
No, but he watches them on the roof like a gargus.
Those aren't even considered. That's
He has little cameras in the showers.
He watches people piss and shit and shower. It's totally illegal.
I checked. You have to pay extra. You have to pay extra to get recorded by Grimace.
Then you foot the bill.
You have
for
to
it.
pay.
You go like, I don't know, give me a box of nails or something. That's how he talks.
Give me bugs and nails.
A box of nails. Yeah, Grimace had a bachelor party with Uday Hussein. And
Is that Saddam's son?
yeah. So yeah, I guess it was badass. It seemed pretty violent. So the idea to use a lot of bleach and shit. All right. Number 4, crossbreed the Asian elephant with the Canadian brown bear, bring back the woolly mammoth, and give him the electric chair. So that's pretty badass.
Oh my god.
Have
great.
fun in hell, woolly bitch. So that's cool. He loved extinction. And lastly, this is going to be a big one. If Grimace has ever wanted to do anything, it's get an investor group together.
I thought it was a creative space freedom thing.
It is. This is actually a Freedom of Information Act podcast. You have to request this podcast through the Freedom of Information Act. It's the only way you can get access to it. It takes months of paperwork. That's why there's only 4 dudes who listen to it.
The FOIA.
One of them is Andrew Tate in a Romanian prison. This is crazy. Grimace is... So here's his goal. His big goal for the year is get an investor group together, buy 6 Flags over San Antonio, and then when they cut the ribbon, he puts them all on the Batman ride, and he holds them hostage till Jodie Foster agrees to go to prom with him. Damn.
That ain't no punishment.
That
Sounds
ain't
like a
no-
great Thursday.
That ain't no punishment I ever heard of. So that's badass. That's top. That's what he wants.
That's,
Cool.
Yeah, that's great.
That's it.
Those are pretty similar to my resolutions as well.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
That is exciting.
In what way?
Most ways, I think.
Oh, could you be a little more specific?
To be honest with you, can't remember the specifics, but seems good to me.
Solid. The Batman's my favorite ride at Six Flags, so that's why I
Batman
got
one?
excited. Yeah,
Goes by too fast.
they
I
all go by too
What do you
fast.
mean? What do you
I
mean
wish
by
it was
that?
longer.
This guy's acting like he's ever been on the Mr. Freeze. He goes by way faster.
I wish it was longer. I wish it went on for like a mile.
Oh, you guys
A
like-
mile?
Is it a roller
Or
coaster?
2 miles.
Speed is-
Yeah, it's a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's
Not
a roller
just
coaster.
the Batman.
It's the roller coaster, but your feet hang off. Your
Don't
feet.
your feet hang off of most roller coasters?
No, because in most roller coasters you're sitting like this and there's a thing.
Oh,
But
yeah.
in this one it's like this and there's no thing.
And your legs are dangling. This kid,
You're like this.
Dude, I would throw up.
this guy,
immediately.
6 Flags over Georgia, when I was in 5th grade, he was at the Batman ride. He dropped his hat. He goes, I'm going to jump the fence. Jumps the fence. This guy kicked his head off.
Dude,
Yeah,
you're
decapitated him.
You're a punk.
Punk.
You're a punk lion punk.
Bye-bye.
Swear.
Have fun being headless, little jerk.
Dude. And that's why
Little
they
Yeah,
call
he
jerk.
it-
deserves it. How dare you go get your hat?
I'm all riled
How
up.
dare you fetch your own
What kind of hat was it?
Fucking probably damn one of those big buck hunter hats.
Big butt Connor hats?
Big butt hunter.
What
Big
does those
butt
look
hunter?
like?
Big butt.
I get it now. If I get
What
it,
do they
if I
look
lost
like?
my big butt hunter hat, I would definitely. I'd jump in the Titan.
Maybe that seems like something Early
Texas
would
Titan.
wear on
It's another roller coaster.
Squidbillies. Big butt hunter. Google Siri, pull that up. This is crazy. I don't know what hat it was, but he died. Bye bye, and it broke the guy's leg. Everybody was talking about it.
Oh, so
I'm
he
sure.
kicked his head off, and then that guy broke his leg.
Yeah,
That's it. That's
because your legs
crazy,
hang,
dude.
you like dingle
Yeah.
dangle like a baby in a swing.
You dingle dangle,
You dingle dangle like a baby in a swing.
dingle dangle, jingle jangle.
This is. How have you even been?
How have I been?
Yeah, what's up
Let's
with
forget about
Liz?
all this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I was a little worried because I felt like I got silenced earlier when I opened up about our dear friend Andrew. But you guys both looked in the same direction.
Looking
looked up
for
at the
permission.
Yeah.
I'm looking for words.
Like, is there something there?
Where's my teleprompter?
Teleprompter. It just says "do better" for both of us. It just constantly says "talk faster, do better."
Mine just says ...
We're editing this stuff out. We're wasting time. And the longer you talk about it, it's all getting edited out.
Silence us if you want to! But you can't
Read
stop
the
my
prompter.
spirit.
Grimby.
Read the prompter.
Oh, nice. Okay.
All right, I guess
That
they're
brought me
telling us
back.
we got to get
It's
back on
that time of
topic.
year again.
We're
the
gonna get
sponsors,
fired.
sponsors. If we don't mention Grimace every 30 seconds, the sponsors will drop us.
Well, here's something.
It's like a cough,
sneeze.
a cough and a cum.
Yeah.
And we're back to having fun. That other stuff was so crazy. We should have never talked about that.
You're the one talking about it, man.
Well,
I think that's literally a direct quote from Epstein.
Damn.
He said that in court. That other stuff is so crazy. We should never talk about that. Jeffrey Epstein. Come on.
all right. Well, here we go. And back to Grimace in the news. Well, anyway.
And what happened this time?
Well, so Grimace goes to Monday Night Raw, like WWE.
Oh yeah.
But obviously, he's dumb as fuck, so he doesn't realize what it is. So he brings like a whole box full of raw ground beef. Mm-hmm. And he just starts chucking it. It's actually kind of a pun. Ground chuck. Starts chucking.
It is.
I don't know what that is, but
It actually is a pun.
He starts throwing the ground beef into the ring, but he's wearing his invisibility cloak, so nobody can see him.
Damn.
So everyone's just like. Then Ric Flair he's like, there's something in my eye.
He said that or you said that?
No, that was just off the cuff, but
Improv.
that was just improv.
Language of the gods.
There's something in my eye. She's a genius.
language.
So
Music was the language of the gods earlier in this episode.
It's improv.
Sorry, Kat. Dude.
It's
I'm
improv
doing
and raw beef. Raw beef's the food of
yeah,
the
I
gods.
mean, whatever. He just throws the raw beef in there. They try to kick him out. He gives everyone salmonella.
Mm-hmm.
And
They get sick as fuck and die.
yeah, nobody wins because everyone is
sick as
just.
fuck.
They have to actually cancel. They have to cancel Raw night because it smells so bad.
Raw.
Man.
Raw beef. Interesting. What's happening here?
Jesus Christ!
What are y'all
Best burp
feeding
on the
these
pod
chicks
so
in
far?
here, dude?
I mean, is that best burp on the pod so far? Nice, Sarah called it.
These chicks are up here in here fucking puking and beefing.
Casey.
Who beefed?
You think I'm a chick?
Who beefed?
Sorry, when you guys start talking about raw meat, I get going.
Actually, I want to do that again.
That burp? Me too.
Actually, let's just cut it out.
What,
It wasn't very.
segment?
Yeah, it wasn't very funny.
You want to start the segment over?
No, let's just cut it.
Dude,
Let's
you
just cut
can't.
it.
I
for
don't know if we
time.
should run any of these segments back.
I mean, other than the one where we out
It's
Casey
a
for being a
one-time
woman.
deal. I think it either hits
Yeah.
and we go home smiling, or we just forget it ever happened.
Here's the thing. I think it definitely hits, and I think it's Casey Rocket.
No one's going to get that reference because it won't be in the podcast. There's no callback because the original statement isn't in it.
That was gentle. I'm like, Casey.
I had my hand out there for
So
way
this
too
week we're doing something a little different where we're not doing a podcast. So we're actually going to turn the cameras off and go home. So this
Casey's
is crazy.
really mad. Casey's extremely angry right now.
I'm actually not because I'm a really nice guy and I'm almost never mad at anyone ever. So that's
Yeah.
pretty astounding.
Yeah.
I can count on one hand the amount of people I've been mad at.
Yep. Yeah, you
Four
can
of them are
count.
Kat, one of them is Liz. Whoa. Not like this.
No, that was hot. That was hot.
Can't believe we're doing this.
I can't believe we're doing this. This is crazy. I got one more and then we'll be done. We'll move on. We'll have a whole thing. It's gonna be crazy as fuck.
He's very angry.
I'm
Okay.
not angry. Stop saying that. I'm having fun.
Okay.
It's scaring me.
There's blood
Go
coming out of
for
your eyes.
it. Go, Casey, go. Everyone cheer for Casey. Woo!
I'm not a little boy.
Cut
I
it.
don't know what's happening. This podcast is taking a devious turn. Grimace got his tonsils out.
Liz!
That's when you know you're a man.
It's so
Liz is so excited.
stupid to be like, guys, can we get back to the Grimace stuff? He got his tonsils out.
Can you take this seriously, please?
Grimace got his tonsils out, and the dentist forgot to read his manifesto and pulled his tonsils out and forgot that they were literally little containers of sarin gas. so the entire office passed away.
It's like the Shinrikyo stuff.
Like Shinrikyo, the Tokyo sarin gas subway attacks, as many of you are familiar with. And when Grimace stepped over all their bloodied and battered bodies, he declared himself Emperor Dentist for the next 1,000 years.
Dentists don't remove tonsils.
That is true.
It's ENT doctors. Your story is literally falling apart at the seams.
I'll tell you what happened. They didn't remove
Casey,
any
you're a
tonsils.
wreck.
They didn't remove any tonsils. They removed 2 containers of sarin gas, you little piece of shit.
Okay. Hey, I know when to admit that I'm wrong. And it's right now. Let me just start burping again.
There is a coup happening here. There is a purple
gonna be honest.
tinted coup.
I didn't expect to come here and completely attack Casey. That was like definitely not my plan, but I've been loving it.
Next week, not only will Kat not be on the podcast, I won't be on the podcast. Let's talk about the best movies we've seen.
Oh yeah.
This is a segment we do every week where we talk about the best thing that we saw as we explained.
This week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
Sure. I watched a movie called Once Upon a Time in Hell.
Cool.
And it's where Willem Dafoe plays the devil, and it's set in hell, and then it kind of turns into like a porno, and he's got a lot of whips and chains and fire, and he has a love affair with God, who is, and obviously it's a very, hush-hush love affair, because God and the devil typically
Are
at odds a little bit.
monogamous.
Yeah. They're what?
Monogamous, I thought.
Yeah.
They're exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only have hearts for each
And
Who
God
plays God?
God is played by Louis Theroux.
The documentarian?
Yep.
That's awesome.
It's his debut.
Big break.
It's his debut gig as God fucking Willem Dafoe as the devil. So
Damn. Is this a Lars von Trier movie? Who directed this?
No, it's an Ace Ventura movie.
Oh shit, the Pet Detective?
It was
Yeah, I'm pretty
actually
You know the Pet Detective?
Well, he's a pet detective / movie producer in Hollywood.
it was
my
actually
God.
directed by Greta Gerwig.
His full name is Ace Ventura Steen.
Greta Gerwig from she did Lady Bird. So she also wrote this very sexy movie about the devil and God fucking. And
Damn.
God, we normally don't talk about sexual
What's
stuff.
the genre of that?
It's horror. Definitely horror. It's horrifying. It is horrors.
Whores.
And apparently, and then unfortunately, Willem Dafoe gets pregnant.
Oh shit, dude.
Thanks, Greg Abbott.
I've seen this.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and he gets pregnant by God, but he doesn't have Jesus. So he has
Awkward.
he actually births Rumor Willis.
Fuck yeah. Is she like all grown up or she's a baby?
It's a rebirth. Bruce Willis said, "Do it again."
It's the rebirth. It's the rebirth to ignition.
Damn. Is R. Kelly down there too?
No.
No,
He's in heaven?
he's out of Hollywood.
No, he's just alive.
He's not in hell. Where is he?
Alive.
I mean, unfortunately.
Damn.
Unfortunately,
Rats.
he lives and breathes as we live and breathe.
Okay.
So, yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hell, Willem Dafoe, directed by Greta Gerwig. Louis Theroux makes his debut as an actor,
Nice.
as God. Rumor Willis is born, and I won't spoil the end for you.
Keep us in suspense.
But pretty good stuff.
Oh shit.
What would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10, probably a 2. It was actually pretty bad. Pretty bad movie. I mean, it's pretty dumb. Like, the idea of the movie is pretty dumb. So,
Yeah,
premise.
it's almost like what kind of demented brain would think of that? You know?
I'd give
like
the
you're-
premise a 0 out of 10, but the cinematography is pretty good. So I'll
Nice.
give it a 2.
I can envision it. Envision it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But the score was crazy.
Who did the score?
Yeah. What was that?
The score was, it's all just Beethoven stuff. So, you know.
Whoa. Casey,
Corey Feldhound.
Kat, this is falling apart.
Corey fell down and hurt his knee.
Oh, God, he's crying. Oh, don't cry.
Oh,
Hey,
That's
no, you
so
don't have to
great.
cry.
I saw. Wait, so Beethoven did the score.
Beethoven did the score.
That's big. That's a big get.
That's
Yeah.
a huge get.
Yeah.
That's a big get.
Considering he's
best.
dead, pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Was he in hell?
Beethoven?
Ah.
No, he's in purgatory.
That's crazy. I saw this movie called That's Not a Pinata. That's Baby New Year. So this is this badass movie. You've heard about this one. This was a split Nigerian and French production, and it's completely in sign language. So this is it's confusing because there's the little corner of the screen. It looks like you're FaceTiming somebody, and it's a guy doing sign language. So it's completely. It's about. They show a quote at the beginning, and they say it's not about what you say, it's about what's inside. So that's kind of deep. And so it opens with Chris Kattan, and he's got a shotgun. Not necessarily a shotgun. He's doing a shotgun wedding. He's getting married to his. He's getting married to his dad. So Chris Kattan.
He's getting married to a shotgun.
He's getting married to his dad, which is a Smith & Wesson shotgun. It has two
was
googly
not
eyes
into
on it, and it has almost no budget. So it's Chris Kattan, and he's doing that monkey man character from SNL where he's like eating the food on the table, and you're like, okay, we've seen this. How do you even have the rights to do this character?
Yeah.
And because I know Lorne Michaels Steel Trap, like he doesn't really let stuff like that go. And so he's doing the monkey man, and he's doing this monkey thing, and it's a shotgun with googly eyes, and and he kind of holds up his hand, a la some sort of force magic. Shotgun floats up. He does long kiss. Cut to the New Year's Day parade. There is, of course, a big Peter Griffin blimp, and on top is none other than Baby New Year, who is played by Sorry, I have something in my throat. Anderson Cooper. So, so it's
Speaking of something in your throat, you know what I'm saying, boy? Shout out.
So Anderson Cooper is this. He looks in the camera and he says, "We're gonna be one of those days, huh, gents?" That is the first dialogue of the film. So this is 45 minutes in. So he's got the fucking Peter Griffin by the reins. In drives Boko Haram, the terrorist organization. They cut the cords. Peter Griffin starts floating away. Anderson Cooper is holding on for dear life. Brendan Fraser parachutes out of a cloud that he has been living in for the last 6 months. He's sort of pressed the cloud together to make a cotton candy home. That unfortunately he was smoking and it went up like the Hindenburg. So as it explodes, it's more of a free fall. He has no parachute and he's just gliding and praying and lands on the Peter Griffin. Cut to back in Mexico. Cut to, well, it's sort of like Magnolia, the Paul Thomas Anderson movie where all their stories are intertwined. And cut to Mexico. There's a little cheetah that has a small caliber handgun, and the gun only shoots lima beans. So the cheetah. Hold on, it's almost over. There's like it's like 4 or 5 hours long.
What happens next?
I know. I'm getting there. Trust me. So the cheetah looks in the mirror and he goes, "For the love of God, if I have to go back to this desk job one more day, I swear to God, I'm gonna freaking hang myself." And he says, "Hang myself."
Yeah, I knew. I almost like knew the words. I feel like I've seen this.
This was on Quibi.
Yeah, Quibi. Yeah. Yep.
Probably the most quotable movie of the year.
It was, well, yeah, I think that was the second line of dialogue, and that was it. That was the last time they stopped speaking. But the score is done by Captain Beefheart and his magic band, so it is completely disorienting. It's almost just ambient noise and fast and bulbous. The quadriplegic caterpillar was born on Arbor Day. There's a lot of stuff like that, spoken word.
Well, that's a classic from that time period.
Yeah, it's just a product of its environment.
Period piece.
It's a period.
This was made in
2009.
It's a period piece.
This was made in 1971, I think. So, anyways, I will tell you how it comes together. So the Peter Griffin, turns out he gets served divorce papers, and he opens it up and it says, no, you have AIDS. And he dies. The blimp dies. So he deflates, and then Anderson Cooper, he does fall in the pinata factory like Two-Face from Batman, and he gets turned into a pinata.
Casey, are you asking me or are you telling me?
I'm telling you.
Okay.
So he's a pinata, and then the cheetah, full circle, the cheetah gets off the train. He's tired of running, and he's got his lima bean gun, and he's hell-bent on a new life, and he sees this pinata, which is, of course, Anderson Cooper stuck in the body of a pinata, and he's Baby New Year also, and he shoots it right in the head, and then we roll credits.
Transiata.
Transiata.
Oh, what's it called again?
It's called That's Not a Pinata, It's Baby New Year.
That's Baby New Year. Yeah.
So that was good.
And what would you rate it?
On Rotten Tomatoes.
Honestly, I didn't even watch it. I just read the description.
Yeah. Yeah, you seem to be missing out some details.
Yeah, I just read the plot summary on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
You can do around the horn.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So wait, are you mad that I did that whole thing?
Oh, I love it. I want more of that stuff. Yeah. I want to burn it all to the ground.
More slander.
Here's the problem. I know I'm not gonna be able to stop at this point.
Go ahead.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You keep going.
You're good. You guys are great. Whatever you think is best.
I didn't do it.
We could do Grimace, born on the 4th of July, where he's a Vietnam veteran with no legs.
What about can I?
Just spitballing. You
have an
asked
idea.
for my help. I deliver.
What's your idea?
Grimace goes to Aldi's for the first time.
To what?
Aldi.
The
Oh,
food
the
store?
grocery
Yeah.
store?
Okay.
Grimace goes to Aldi and he's trying to figure out the quarter for the cart
For the
situation.
cart thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, probably I would say that I think that happened probably last Wednesday when Grimace went to Aldi. He thought it was a nickel. From what I remember, he thought that you could put a nickel in and get the cart. Turns out it has to be a quarter. You can't do it. And then he's like, 25 cents. Who has 25 cents? My Best Westerns, they're not doing what they used to do, you know? Especially since they're all getting bleached
Bad
right
for
now.
biz, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Kat, I think he told you the rest of what happened, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So then it was crazy. So then he starts going around and threatening people at Aldi, and he has a gun, and
Hell yeah.
he's going up to them, and he's like, he puts it like, in their side, and he acts like he's talking to him, and he's like, if you don't give me a fucking quarter right now, I'm gonna blow your brains out in this Aldi. And
Shit.
I know. I don't even think you were allowed to bring guns in there.
Yeah.
But
No, you can. They all have guns in there.
This was all over the quarter?
All the
You're
employees
still
have
upset
guns.
about the quarter?
yeah, oh yeah. He's got a bit of a temper. So yeah, so he starts threatening people, and then all of a sudden Tom Cruise shows up.
Typical.
Mission possible. I'm gonna stop this bastard in his tracks. So he starts, he's like dressed. It's so he's dressed in a black turtleneck, like in that video where he's like being crazy about Scientology. And it does, the Mission Impossible music is playing in Aldi as he shows up. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. And he's like hiding behind like produce like displays, and he's crouched down under the bulk nuts, and
Nice.
all of a sudden
Safe place.
he sees Grimace around the corner, and Grimace unfortunately has Ewan McGregor with him, and
What?
Damn.
Nice. Good move.
Smart.
Tom Cruise says, "Stop right there." And then
What, Nick Casey?
Scarlett Johansson drops down from the rafters with a flock of seagulls behind her.
No. The band?
A flock of that band?
A flock
A whole
of
flock of band. How many people would that even be?
How many drum sets?
Dozens.
it's just birds.
Oh, it's birds.
Birds. Oh, okay. Okay.
And then what happens?
Bad news. Grimace gets on his hands and knees and starts fucking breakdancing, and his big ass fucking feet hit Tom Cruise in the head. He dies immediately.
God, I have a feeling.
Yeah. Tom Cruise passes away. Grimace tries to resuscitate him, but he's so strong he just bursts his chest open. Bye bye.
Jesus.
Basically pops him like a pumpkin on the 4th of July, which would be a very old pumpkin. So.
Or a very young pumpkin.
Or a very small young pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
That's correct.
Young pumpkin.
Scarlett Johansson drops down. She sees Grimace's act of bravery, gets in her trousers.
What aisle is this in? Are we still in?
Bulk
Bulk
nuts.
Yeah.
This is in bulk nuts, and it's right next to screwdrivers, I think. And speaking of which, Grimace gets a screwdriver, throws it, hits Ewan McGregor in the ear, does not kill him, but makes him deaf. Ewan McGregor ends up going to seminary school and becoming a priest. He gets away clean. Pretty sweet. Grimace, 20 years later, comes back, slits his throat. He is dead. Okay, so
Oh, dang it.
he almost made it, didn't he?
He
And
never lets a grudge go.
no, if he he goes. Here's actually what happens. So Scarlett Johansson is there again, a bit more, and
Oh, no. Oh, no.
again having fun,
Go.
looking at him, and she goes, "What are you gonna do to me?" And Grimace goes, and which of course means that depends. Have you seen me? Like from No Country for Old Men, where
He loves that movie.
he loves the Coen brothers.
He loves them.
He even likes the Lady Killers, that movie, which no one likes from them.
I'm really a
and
Coen Sisters guy.
yeah, they have 6 sisters. You didn't know this?
6 sisters?
6 sisters.
Six sisters.
That's 36 sisters.
And they're all sick. 36 sick sisters.
And there's,
3666.
and there's no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Have you heard about this?
You heard of this? Anybody heard of this?
Have you heard of this?
I've been working on my Jay Leno.
Grimace goes to kiss Scarlett Johansson, accidentally does big inhale all her internal organs. She flattens like Flat Stanley, and he mails her to every school in the country. A little school, an elementary school in Rochester, New York, is like a package covered in human blood. What could this be? And they open it, and it's ScarJo's floppy, and she's dead.
Colon.
She has no organs. And Grimace gets out, does a big yawn.
Yeah.
He has a big day. That's badass. He lights a road flare, throws it behind him, lighting a stream of gasoline. Aldi burns to the ground. Just then, Robert De Niro from Taxi Driver pulls up. Hands Grimace a bottle of
Bobby D.
Bobby D. Old Big Dick Bobby. And Big Dick De Niro. And Grimace takes
Big
a
Dick
pull
the hero.
of the Chardonnay, spits it out like a fire thrower. He burns to the ground. Grimace runs for the 45th District of Congress in Raleigh, North Carolina. He does not win. He gets very upset. He starts playing basketball for the Charlotte Hornets, and he scores 100 points in a single game.
Is that even possible?
Yes, Wilt Chamberlain did it.
What? And
know.
now
That's a lot.
Grimby.
And now Grimace.
Grimby Chamberlain.
And after the game, he proposes to his high school sweetheart,
Who?
Robert Pattinson. Dressed as the Batman. No, dressed as his character from The Lighthouse. So He just looks like a shabby
black
old
and white.
bastard. He's black and white, and he's piss drunk. And they hook up or whatever and get married.
And then he takes a seagull and he goes, "Fuck you."
Hell yeah. Cool.
Remember that from The Lighthouse?
Oh, that does, yeah. And then there was seagulls earlier. That's interesting.
Ooh. A common thread.
A common thread.
A common thread.
Come.
Come thread.
Come. So that's been a big thing. Happy they got married. Sorry for their losses.
And then their wedding was sponsored by Aldi. And it cost a quarter to get in. But at the wedding you don't get the quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, you get it back at
Quarterback.
Aldi?
But you do get a quarterback.
Quarter.
Tony Romo.
Quarterback, Tony Rome. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Roman prison, Andrew Tate. It all came back.
You're seeing the riff future, dude. You're 5 riffs ahead of us, Liz.
I'm out
Master
of
of a
control.
craft.
Thanks for coming.
Oh my God, wait. We didn't do presents.
We got to give you your presents.
Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna be furious. I was gonna be
Alright.
furious if you guys forgot.
This is a big day, Liz.
Hey,
We're
you
so
guys didn't
happy.
shave the pubes off this thing. Like,
Yeah. Well, okay.
pubes.
Got you some gifts.
Oh shit. Wait, does everybody get gifts?
Yeah.
So, in some ways,
In some ways.
Wait. Oh, okay.
we got you a gift.
All right. One
I'm
of them,
scared. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes.
A delicious mandarin orange.
Yum.
Oh my god!
Bye-bye.
I'm not touching that. I am not touching that. I swear to God. I've seen what you guys have done to these floors. It's
Ground
truly
orange.
repulsive.
Have fun, moron.
You eat it with the skin on?
Yeah, I only eat the skin.
The other part's too juicy.
The other part.
Nutrients.
Too messy.
Yeah.
Nutrients.
Yeah.
And then last but certainly not least, Hill Country Fair Louisiana style hot sauce sardines.
Yum.
Thank you so
Only the best for
so
Liz.
much. Guys.
Delicious, protein packed,
Oh my
and
god.
also tightly packed because they're sardines.
Wow.
Go ahead and
guys.
open that up at
I
home.
love these. Oh God, these are my favorite.
You like sardines? Oh, you like cardboard?
Yum.
Oh,
I had you
delicious
pegged for a cardboard
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually-
my mom used to make this homemade, and it was horrible.
I bet.
It was so bad.
She sounds like you're not a great lady.
Why would you say that?
She made you eat cardboard.
Why would you say after
Thank
I've
you
been
guys
so kind
for
to you?
listening to the Grimm's Half Hour Power Hour. Liz Splatt.
Liz
What do you want to
Splatt.
plug, Liz?
You know, I was thinking, I was like, they're probably going to ask me to plug something. And I do have a podcast coming out soon with Maverick McWilliams. He's a comic. It's going to be called Over the Top. But more importantly, I want to promote my self-esteem. I really just want it to be better. I want to support myself. So on behalf of that, I was thinking, you know, if you guys are my friends, that you guys could like say 2 great things about me.
Pass.